Hey, what's up guys? My name's Evan Worthman. I'm 27 years old and I successfully started and sold a food truck concept in 2020. I'm here to tell you how to start your very own food truck in 2021. Since the movie Chef came out in 2014, food trucks have become a mainstream pipe dream for folks looking to enter the restaurant industry without spending millions. I successfully started and ran 2 different food truck concepts for about 3 years total. That being said, this video is supposed to help you start your very own food truck, but the concepts I'm going to go over apply to pretty much any business. So let's get started. I've seen a lot of different food truck concepts in the last 5 years, and these are my 3 steps to ensure that you decide on a good idea. Step 1, pick something original. Where I'm from, there's like 20 different barbecue food trucks in a 5-mile radius, and there are ups and downs to that strategy. The upside is that it's a very familiar concept to most people, and therefore people are going to be comfortable with it. The downside is that you have a ton of competition, and when anyone wants your kind of food, they're going to have to decide between you and everybody else. Just a note that having lots of competition is fine as long as you're able to distinguish yourself. Do customers have a reason to choose you over the rest of the competition? And saying your food is better isn't acceptable. What about it is different? Maybe it's a higher quality of ingredients. In my case, I picked a concept that was different from anybody else, and it really stuck out in my customer's memory. It might be a specialty menu item you have or a feature of your service, but try to avoid things that most trucks try to do anyway, like excellent service or quick ticket times. That way your truck will really be unique. Think about it this way. If you were selling side by side with other trucks, why would I pick you? A lot of times in these big events, you have a big line of food trucks to choose from. And hear me out, it could be something as simple as what color your truck is painted, or whether you have kids food or not. But it's important to stick out from all the other trucks. Step number 2, don't go too niche. So dessert trucks and trucks that are selling things that are more considered as snacks tend to limit their sales potential to certain situations. Now, back to our lineup situation. Most people go to a restaurant for a meal. So if you're in line with all these other trucks and you're just a snack, you might not get chosen as much. Even dessert trucks have to know that not everybody eats dessert. And if somebody's going to some sort of event to get food truck food, they may not want to pay for a meal and a dessert. So it's my experience that even breakfast kinds of foods or just foods solely eaten at lunch tend to limit their sales potential. So consider that when you're picking a concept. And another thing, cuisine needs to appeal to a large local audience. Know your scene. In some cities, people won't respond well to food that's too foreign to them, but in other cities, they'll rave about it. Look at the local restaurants in your area. Sometimes if it hasn't been done before, there's a reason behind it. Step number 3, simpler is better. Sometimes a big menu is impossible to sustain. Try to think ahead a little bit. You need to stock your entire menu in a food truck, and there ain't a lot of room. So try to start thinking about what storage, prep, and service is going to look like with your menu. Sometimes something easier to execute results in higher profits, because time is money and a sale is a sale. If you can serve people in 2 minutes, you're going to get a lot more meals out the window than if it took you 10. This can result in hundreds of dollars in difference between 2 trucks competing, and that's per service. Many of the folks going into the food truck industry have a passion for culinary arts. So sometimes those whimsical dreams of long lines or swooning crowds can get in the way of planning out a concept. I learned a lot in my career, but it was by making a whole ton of mistakes. And I wouldn't recommend making your life harder from the beginning by making mistakes while planning. So if you need help planning or executing a business strategy, you should check out my company, Auxilium. Auxilium exists to help businesses succeed by making decisions easier. We partner with all different kinds of businesses And if you have a business and you need help, check out the link in our bio. If you have questions about food trucks or running a business, go ahead and post them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more business tips and information. We will see you next time.